Hello, hello, hello. It's Dolly with Multi-Photo Monday with Becky, Laura, Lisa, myself, and guest appearance by Miranda Webber. All right, that is die cuts from Pretty Little Studios. I'm documenting 3 photographs. These are my papers from How to Kill a Kit with Style for the month of October. You need to go back to my video to see how I put together my entire kit for How to Kill a Kit with Style October kit. All right, I'm going to use my main background is going to be the Pebble Spooky Boo, and yes, that's quite busy. All right, since I'm determined to use my scraps that I put in my kit, you will see me struggle here while I try to figure out which way these strips of papers are going to go. So I tested them vertically, I tested them horizontally, I switched the colors around, I took out colors, I added colors, I took triangle corners in, I took triangle corners out. All right. Then I decided to flip my paper and maybe I needed to use the solid color on the other side. And I said, nope, that's not going to work. My husband's shirt is like a maroon color. So I flipped it back and I decided, hey, why not? We're at the entrance of a corn maze. Why don't I use like a railroad type sign and put it straight in the middle? All right, so it takes me 3 attempts to figure out my color combination of those strips, how they're going to be layered. And this is my final result here. I grabbed my white gesso out because I wanted to soften the edges around my centerpiece there because that is a busy pattern paper, but about 90% of it gets covered up, but it was a great attempt anyway. All right, so now I put this strip of paper down here, this kind of a green color, which brings out some of that green in that pattern paper. I decided to get out my Dilution ink spray, and this is the squeezed orange that I used first. Not that there's enough orange already on this paper, and the same with the white, but I wanted splatters. So I added splatters. All right, now I got out the Tim Holtz Distressed Ink Spice Marmalade, and I inked this edge of that orange strip of paper, which has lines on it, which comes into play later when I do some journaling. All right, that piece of paper looks like leather, but it is a scrap paper, and I needed to, again, soften the edge, so I got out my Tim Holtz Distress Picket Fence. I tried to first, you saw me dabbing my finger into some of the leftover white gesso. All right, so now I put a dolly behind those photographs. And now I begin to work on the clusters. The first part of me working on my clusters is to ink all the edges with Tim Holtz Distressed Ink Ground Espresso. And so I don't leave all of it in here, but I just wanted to let you know that I inked the edges. All right, now I'm going to work on my cluster to the right of my page in the center. And so the arrow with the black accent on it is from the Pretty Little Studio collection. And then all those other chipboards are from my stash, and those are from Allie Edwards from a long time ago, some kits that she put out monthly. All right, I die cutted some of my own leaves, and so I built that cluster right there. Now I'm going to move over to the cluster to the left, I'm sorry, the lower right edge of my photograph, and I'm going to put 3 leaves there as a cluster. Then I'll move to the upper left photograph and do 3 clusters, and then it will quickly go to my cluster up in the left upper corner. All right, so that's going to happen here real quick. So here I'm futzing, putting that cluster there. All right, so see, I got out my, again, the words up there, the love and feeling polish are from the Pretty Little Studio die cut pack. I decided I wanted some more texture and layer, and I happen to have some loose off-white thread laying around here on my desk, and that's what you saw me just reach for, and I'm just balling that up and creating that cluster right there. Then I saw a die cut, and now I diverted again. So I went down over to the lower right-hand corner, and that flower does not make it on my page as the final cut, but it lays there for a little bit. Now I jump back up to that upper left-hand cluster, and I mess around with my thread a little bit, and then I get that secured. I will add a hashtag that's in orange. And again, I'm just building up these clusters, trying to bring in same type of elements, same type of colors, so that there's a cohesiveness. And also I want you to follow your eye around my 12 by 12 paper back to the photograph. And so that is why I build those 3 clusters, and especially on a busy background. I don't always do 3 clusters, but I will on a busy background. All right, back to the layout. You see me inking. What I don't show you as well that I'll mention now, to the middle left of the photograph, I add 3 orange sequins. And I can't tell you what collection they came from, but they were just, again, in my stash. All right, I went back up there. I'm gluing and securing because I'm happy. All right, be sure, ladies, to follow. There's that hashtag. Or viewers, please be sure to follow the links below and check out the other great, fabulous layouts. Their links, like I said, again, are below. All right, so I'm telling you about my, bringing your eye across my paper and down. I added the year, my journaling, and then one other thing that you'll see with my still shots, I still felt that my photos were not, your eye wasn't drawn enough to my photos, so I did lift those up and back them or matted them with white cardstock. All right, now I'm showing you the texture and seeing the thread, because again, when my layout is laying flat on my desk, you can't see all those elements. You certainly can see them in person and touch and feel them, which I love. I love layers and texture and so forth. All right, so now my layout's complete. Stay tuned for the end. I have still shots, and please hit the bell button, subscribe, and share our channel. All right, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Bye.